Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Abha Kumari, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Vimala College, Ranchi. In today's lecture, we will discuss apse and apsidal distances from dynamics. First, we start with the definition of apse. To understand the definition of apse, first we find what is apse, and this we will going to define by a figure. That OX be the x-axis and OY be the y-axis. And let we draw a curve here. Let this be a curve of central orbit. And here we take a point P, R, theta. And at this point P, we draw a tangent on this curve, and we take this point as P. Then we join OP. From P to O, there is a force known as center of force in this direction, and this force is known as center of force. If we draw a tangent on the curve, then angle between the radii vector, this R, and tangent must be perpendicular, that is 90 degree. So here this point P is known as apse, and this distance OP is known as the apsidal distance, and this is known as apsidal distance. So let's see the definition. Now, definition of apse is apsidal distance and angles. So an apse is a point on the central orbit at which the radius vector drawn from the center, this is the radius vector drawn from the center of force to the point, has a maximum or minimum value. Then this point P is known as apse. Now next is the apsidal distance. The length of the radius vector at an apse is called the apsidal distance. That means this length OP is known as the apsidal distance. Let's solve a question based on the apse. The question is, a particle moves under a force m mu 3a u to the power 4 minus 2 times a square minus b square bracket into u to the power 5, where a is greater than b, is projected from an apse at a distance a plus b with velocity root mu divided by a plus b. And prove that the equation of its path is r equals to a plus b cos theta. So let's start the proof of this question. So here the given equation of the force is known as the central acceleration. So here we will write, here the central acceleration is given by m into p equal to m into mu 3a u to the power 4 minus 2 times a square minus b square bracket into u to the power 5, again a bracket. So m is getting cancelled from both sides. So here we are left with the p equals to mu 3a u to the power 4 minus 2 times a square minus b square into u to the power 5. Put this equation as equation number 1. Now differential equation of circular orbit, which we have discussed in the earlier lecture, is p equals to h square u square bracket u plus d2u by d theta square. Now p divided by u square, we have put it this u square in the left side. So p by u square equal to h square u plus d2u by d theta square. Let's put this equation as equation number 2. Now from 1 and 2, we have h square. Now we put the value of p. So p by u square. So we have taken here p as h square bracket u plus d2u by d theta square equal to mu by u square bracket 3a u to the power 4 minus 2 times a square minus b square u to the power 5. This implies h square into u plus d2u by d theta square equal to mu bracket 3au square minus 2 times a square minus b square into u cube. Again we have to put bracket. Now multiplying both sides by 2 du by d theta we get 2 times du by d theta into h square bracket u plus d2u by d theta square equal to 2 mu du by d theta into bracket 3au square minus 2 times a square minus b square into u cube. Now in the left hand side, we will take the du by d theta inside the bracket. So here we are left with the h square bracket 2u into du by d theta plus 2 du by d theta d2u by d theta square equals to 2 mu. Again we have put it du by d theta under the bracket. So 3a square du by d theta minus 2a square minus b square u cube du by d theta. Now integrating both sides. While integrating we see that this value, if we differentiate u square, what we get? 2u du by d theta. And again if we differentiate du by d theta whole square, we get 2 du by d theta in this way and d2u by d theta square. So while integration we get 2u du by d theta as u square and 2 du by d theta d2u by d theta square as du by d theta whole square equal to 2 mu a u cube minus a square minus b square u to the power 4 divided by 2 plus a, where a is a constant. Now this implies v square equal to h square bracket u square plus du by d theta whole square equals to mu 2a u cube minus a square minus b square u to the power 4 plus a. Let's put this equation as equation number 4. Now initially from the question we have r equals to a plus b and u equals to 1 by a plus b, where I have put it here u equals to 1 by r. Therefore du by d theta equals to 0 since a plus b is a constant, and v equals to root mu divided by a plus b. It is given in our questions. Now put this equation number 6. Therefore v square equal to mu divided by a plus b. Let's put this equation as equation number 7. Now we put the value from 5, 6 and 7 in equation number 4. We get the equation as mu divided by a plus b whole square, as we have the v square here first, v square. So we have put it here the value mu by a plus b whole square equal to h square u square. So u is 1 by a plus b. So h square divided by a plus b whole square, since du by theta is 0, equals to mu the bracket 2a divided by a plus b whole cube. Here we have put the value of u minus a square minus b square divided by a plus b whole to the power 4, since here is a u4 plus a. Now solving this bracket we get this value is equals to mu 2a square plus 2ab minus a square plus b square divided by a plus b whole to the power 4 plus a. Now this equals to mu a square plus 2ab plus b square, as we have minus a square here and plus 2a square here. So we get the value a square plus 2ab plus b square divided by a plus b whole to the power 4 plus a. By solving all this equation, we have mu divided by a plus b whole square equal to h square divided by a plus b whole square equal to mu divided by a plus b whole square. We have cancelled here a plus b square plus a. This implies mu divided by a plus b whole square equal to mu divided by a plus b by equating first term and the last term. we have mu by a plus b whole square equal to mu by a plus b whole square plus a. And by eliminating first and second term, we have mu by a plus b whole square equal to h square divided by a plus b whole square. Now solving these two equations, we have here we get a equals to 0 and mu equal to h square. Now put this value from 8 and 9 in equation number 3. We get h square equal to u square plus du by d theta whole square equal to 2 mu a q minus a square minus b square u to the power 4 divided by 2 plus a. This implies mu into u square plus du by d theta whole square equals to 2 mu auq minus a square minus b square into u4 divided by 2. Here we have put the value of h square and also put the value of a equals to 0. So we get this equation. Now by solving this, we will take mu cancelling here and here. Thereafter we will remaining with the u square and we will take the u square the right hand side. So we get the value du by d theta whole square equal to 2aq minus a square minus b square into u to the power 4 minus u square. Put this equation as equation number. Now put u equals to 1 by r. So du by d theta equal to minus 1 by r square dr by d theta by differentiating both sides with respect to theta. Therefore, equation number 10 becomes 1 by r to the power 4 dr by d theta whole square equal to 2a divided by r cube minus a square minus b square divided by r to the power 4 minus r square. So, dr by d theta whole square equals to 2ar minus a square minus b square minus I square. By simplifying this equation, we get this value. So this is equals to b square minus a square minus 2ar plus r square. Now we separate this b square here and rest are in putting in one bracket. So this is equals to b square minus r minus a ka whole square. Therefore dr by d theta equals to root over b square minus r minus a whole square. So by integration, we have dr divided by b square minus r minus a whole square equals to d theta, and on integrating we get the left value as sin inverse r minus a divided by b, while in right hand side we have theta plus b. Again initially we have r equal to a plus b, theta equals to 0, and therefore sin inverse 1 equals to b, and this implies b equals to pi by 2. Since we have put it here the value of r and r is a plus b, so while substituting here we get the sin inverse a plus b minus a divided by b, a getting cancelled, we are remaining with sin inverse b divided by b. So this is equals to sin inverse 1. Therefore, the sin inverse 1 equals to b, and this will give us the value b equals to pi by 2. Therefore, sin inverse r minus a divided by b equals to theta plus pi by 2. From this equation, this implies r minus a divided by b equals to sin pi by 2 plus theta, and this will give the value r minus a by b equal to cos theta, and here we are remaining with the value r equal to a plus b cos theta. Hence we prove the theorem. Thank you.